Here we go! Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. The only place to see every video game because we're the only place that's playing every single video game. Welcome to September 1982. We were last playing VC on a few home computers. Let's see what's next. Oh yes, we're going to the arcade to play Popeye. I am so excited to play Popeye. We always have a joy going to the arcades, and now finally we get a really big hitter. This one is amazing. Let's check out Popeye. This is the advertisements that the operators would have gotten at the time. This is the one from North America. Man, it's flashy. Man, it looks great. This is another one by Nintendo. We're going to first play it in Japan, where it was released, and then, of course, worldwide before the end of the year. And this is the North American one. Look at that. We got everybody up there. Brutus and Olive Oil. Is it Brutus or Bluto? I think he's known as both names. And then Wimpy. Oh, I'd gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Both examples of arcade cabinets there. Flip it over the back. We show a little bit how to play. Catch the hearts. Blow me down. Get that spinach. Yes, to knock out Brutus. Brutus! Okay, we'll call him Brutus the whole time. Oh, my sweetheart, help me out. Oh, this is great. Yes, that's right. We're actually playing the original Donkey Kong, but now we actually have the license for it. So in Japan, where we're going for the first time to play, here is the advertisement flyer. It looks basically identical. And if you flip it over the back, they even translated it. I don't know if this is the official one or if someone else did the translation. It looks legit, though. Very, very nice. Get the spinach, you can knock out Brutus. Sweet. There's an example of the arcade cabinet. We got a few of them. The solid blue is really reminiscent of a Donkey Kong cabinet, and I'm pretty sure they use the same thing. The innards, though, are a little closer to Sky Skipper that we've seen earlier, at least the graphics. So there's the cocktail version of the cabinet. There we go. That's the upright that I remember seeing. Very nice. Oh, so cool. A licensed arcade game, very, very rare. The only one we can think of is Tron, that is from the movies. As far as a video game in the arcade, most of them were original. There wasn't a lot of licensed games you could play. There's the PCB. From what I understand, it's not confirmed that this PCB is pretty much identical to Sky Skipper when it wasn't selling very well. And then that's why Popeye graphically looks very similar to Sky Skipper. There's our control panel. It's really simple. It's a four-way joystick, and then you got a punch button. That's it. It does have 2 players, but it's alternate play. So not a whole lot of famous thing out there. Yes, and it's Nintendo. Very famous studio. Oh, I'm so excited to play some Nintendo. Yeah, there we go. There's our controls. There's the arcade marquee. Popeye munching on some spinach, and Olive Oil throwing us some hearts. So cool. Oh, that's true. And yeah, that's right. It will have all the stages when we see it later on the VCS. Very nice. Man, as far as graphics, though, this one is top-notch of all the video games we could play at this point. Now, we do have the manual of the operation manual, but there's not anything here that explains how to play the game. All this is you can see the table of contents going over the location setup, self-test, maintenance, repair. So all technical, not anything there. That means we just got to go to the arcade and play. This one has a few different versions. We're going to play the first one in Japan. This is by Genyo Takeda and Shigeru Miyamoto by Nintendo in September 6th, 1982. Let's go. Yes. That is, oh, and they have him tooting at the end. Man, so of all the music we've heard so far, arcade music is exceptional, and that was probably one of the best songs. Obviously, it brings a soft spot in my heart because it's Popeye, and you're actually hearing a song you recognize from a video game. If you were in Japan, you'd recognize the song from Frogger, and there's a few other songs I'm sure that can be recognized, but I mean, there's no denying how popular Popeye is. And we've already seen in the chat, yeah, this game was first going to be what Donkey Kong was, but they didn't get the license pinned down. They already had the license because this is not the first Popeye game. They had the license for handhelds. So we've already seen Popeye back on the Game & Watch October 5th, 1981. So this has been around. It's something you could play in the palm of your hands, but not this. I mean, that was a Game & Watch. This is Popeye This is the actual arcade game. At this point, we played 74 platformers since Frogs in October of 1978. And this is where platformers have gotten us. And as far as Donkey Kong games, I mean, Donkey Kong was so big. After that big hit in July 1981, then we saw Jump Bug as far as platformers go, Fantasy, Chaos, Crazy Kong 1 and 2, Naughty Mouse or Woodpecker, depending on where you are, Snapjack, Monster Bash. As far as platformers go in the arcade, these are all the big ones. Amazing Adventures of Mr. F. Flea, Super Mouse, Jungle Hunt or Jungle King, Kangaroo, Dockman, Joust, Burger Time, and then the last really big platformer that we saw, Donkey Kong Jr. And here is the latest platformer that you could play in the arcade. I am so excited to dive in. Let's put a coin in. Oh, no sound effect? All right, let's go push start. Yeah, that was Kangaroo. And we've seen that one too. Man, this sounds so good. Listen to the bass. Very reminiscent of what it sounds like on Donkey Kong. So the controls are really simple. It's a 4-way joystick. Popeye doesn't jump. So for a platformer, you're limited with your athletic ability, but obviously he's got the brawn. We can punch. And get the spinach and knock out Brutus. You get extra points if you pick up hearts while he's like this. So let's see if we can get this one up here. If you look at the top left, you gather up all the hearts, and it fills up the Popeye house in the top left of the corner of the screen. But don't let Brutus get you. And they even have the trap. Let's see if we can knock him out with that. If you look at the top, there's a punching bag. Quick moves. I don't think we're going to see the spinach very fast. He almost got us there. I've been seeing the Popeye cartoons, and the actual comic I only saw a few times, but more of the cartoons for me. And then by this point, people would have already been seeing the movie in 1980. Oh, quick, get him! With Robin Williams playing Popeye. Ah, he did get us. And for a platformer, this is the first platformer where you are punching. We've seen other... You got me ahead of time. We've seen other video games that took the maze formula or the Amador formula with punching, but this is the first one you're in a platform where we can actually punch things. And he's got to have it because there's no jump. You just move up, down the stairs. Now, this stage, when I last played this in the arcade, I only saw this one. I didn't get past the first screen, but granted, I was, I think, 10 years old. So now that I'm going back to play Popeye, I will see past the first screen. Come on, what you gonna do? Come on, Brutus. No, can't get me there, buddy. Yes! So we didn't get to see the cool trick where you punch the punching bag and you can drop the bucket on top of Brutus's head. So now we're on stage 2. This game has 3 different stages, and Olive Oil's going to drop down the musical notes, and we got to pick those up. This one has the way you can pass through each side. We got Spinach down here. Oh, and there's Wimpy over there. Let's go check him out. If Brutus doesn't land on us. And we've already made our game over. I believe it doesn't let you continue. You got to be good enough to keep going each stage. Our top 5 chart didn't even make the top 5 chart. Let's go again. I know, doesn't this feel like we're playing an arcade game at a pizza place instead of an arcade? This is so nice. It's so classic. Teaches all those kids that all you got to do is punch your problems away. Here, run, you better run. I'm coming. The sound design is so good. And the reason why this looks a little bit different is because the characters, the sprites, are done at a higher resolution than the rest of the game. And it makes it a cut above the other titles we've seen in the arcade just a little bit. Just by a notch. Alright, let's see if we can lure Brutus over and get him. Let me see. I think already went too fast for us, darn. He almost got us there. He's trying to. Not gonna work, buddy. I don't think I'll get that one. No, not this time. And you also can't leave the hearts at the bottom very long. He's trying to jump up and get us. Alright, so we gotta get down there and grab that heart, because if it drops, Olive Oil won't be happy. There we go, we got it. Uh-oh, nope, here they go. They're slowly diving. He got us. It's very much an evasion-style game. How long can you avoid Brutus? Because you can't punch him unless you got spinach. Gameplay-wise, it's not doing that many things very special in the world of video game. What it is doing special is what it has graphically and with the sound. It is a feat to behold. And now we got Brutus going even faster than he was before. Punch all those out of the way. He's going to try to jump over. We'll just skip it, go on this side. Where's my spinach? Let's go get some. That's right. Oh, nope, come back here. You can't run away from me. Oh, you can't jump the gaps with spinach? Because there's no jump. Popeye crosses the gap when he doesn't have this. Okay, we'll just keep going this way. I want to go get Wimpy, though. No, he got me before. I wanted to pop Wimpy up on the seesaw over there. Man. The only thing that comes close to the graphics is Sky Skipper, because it's based on the same board. Or possibly the exact same board. Oh, no. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Curtis. That's right. There's our top 5 again. Didn't even make the top 5. Got to go for higher scores here. All right, let's do it. Let's go in again. Yeah, you talking Satan's Hollow with the graphics? Haven't seen that one yet, but it's coming up. It's going to be really close. I know definitely before the end of 1982. All right, let's see if we can get him unawares. Oh, he moved out of the way already. Just pick up a bunch of extra points. Okay, he's not going to fall for it. We'll head up here. Barely made that one. All right, let's go and take him out with some spinach now. Oh, yes. Doesn't it make sense now with the hammer in Donkey Kong that they wanted a power-up like this? Finding something that makes you invincible. And spinach is it. For Popeye, definitely. We did it! 1,000-point bonus. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, he's mad now. Uh-oh, here he comes. We just gotta get these last 2 hearts. And then Olive Oil will love us forever. Okay, here we go. I want to get Wimpy to help us out. Let's go down this side. Is he gonna do it? No, let's wait for him to go on the left side. There's it. See if he doesn't go. So tricky. So if you do make it to the third stage is like a pirate ship or a ship level. I mean, because he's the sailor man, you gotta have a ship level. Oh man, yeah, he's already 1 step ahead. The different colored Brutus. Oh, that's true. What does Pee-wee do at the top? I also love that Popeye doesn't have fall damage. Just go. Alright, go Wimpy. Yes! Just get some extra bonus points. Now we gotta get down there and grab the other musical notes quickly. He's not falling for it. Nice. Oh, man. But the action is really, really fun. The music and the sound effects are top-notch. It's so good. Oh, that's right. Thanks, Kun. Appreciate it. All right, here we go. Let's keep going. Another one of those video games that we showcase, and I don't want to stop playing. I know we hop game to game, and you see some real terrible video games because we're playing everything. But every now and then, I want to play a game a lot longer. All right, so we missed our opportunity. The barrel also is very reminiscent of Donkey Kong again. I wonder if they threw it in there as an homage to drop on Brutus's head. The single screen platformer like this, it makes me feel like I'm still playing in the classic arcade age. This feels like it shouldn't go away, like it should be in every single arcade for people to play. Oh, Chiptune's going 5, and put it in the Arcade Hall of Fame, why don't you? Yeah, Marshall's already thrown out 5. Should be on the list with all of the major classics out there. Curtis is saying 4.5. I actually can see where you're coming from, Curtis, because when you think of all the games we've seen at this point, this doesn't have as much gameplay value as the rest of the arcade games we've seen. And it's also not trying to do something incredibly original. It obviously is a platformer, but it's not letting you jump. So I can see the negatives where you would want to say Popeye isn't that great. I actually, because I considered Burger Time a 5-star arcade game, and that was just last month, I would still say Popeye is exceptional. It is one of the best arcade games you can play right now, and I'm going to have to go 5 too. 4.75 Kun, nice. Yeah, we might see later on Electronic Game Magazine when they talk about the #1 coin ops. They said Pac-Man is still #1, the first Pac-Man, and so we may not be even seeing this one on the scale. Oh yeah, he finally came down. Just one more. That's right. I'll trade you. Yeah, never had a direct sequel, Chiptune. See if I can lure him down here. That's right. Come here, buddy. Oh, no. I didn't push the button at the right time. That's true, and it also needs another stage. It only has 3 stages. We've already played Donkey Kong Jr. in the arcade, and that one had more stages than Popeye. Plus, the home world, as far as computers go, we played other platformers, really, really good ones. Miner 2049er comes to mind with 10 stages, and that's just one of the many platformers we played on home computers. So yeah, you could argue that this isn't the cream of the crop or best of the best, but I love it. Yeah, Ubicore is actually saying 5. Oh, and the homebrew world, yes. So many out there, it's great. And it's so ironic that they originally designed this to be Donkey Kong, and then it didn't work out for Popeye, so they made it Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong ended up becoming more popular than Popeye was. So even something licensed, or a game that everyone knows who Popeye is, but Donkey Kong is the one that actually got more attention. Man, so cool. Marshall, we may not. I'll go one more round. Let's see if we can get the musical notes on stage 2. Most of the other arcade games, we didn't see every single level. very much so on Donkey Kong, because that one required several repeats to get to the Custer conveyor belt stage. Let's lure him down there. Make our way on this side. Nope, he punched up. We're already down. Popeye once again proving that even though he's a sailor man, he can't survive the water. Or a video game character just can't handle the water. He just goes right in and then you're done. Oh, nice, Charlie. We'll come back down for that one. Let's see if we can get a jump on him here. Ready, set, go. Yes! We got it. Or maybe we shouldn't have done that, because now he's going to be even more upset. Yep. And just jump right down on us. Good point, Chiptune. When we see it later, to replicate this level of the graphic quality or this style, it's very strange, because there's most games, you know, try to do something like 8-bit style. No one's tried the Sky Skipper Popeye graphic style, where it's a mixture of two different resolutions. You can see like the stairs are very, very low res, but then the character sprites are incredible. I mean, also look how large they are compared to the other ones. That's what it is, Hunter. It's just like what they explained in Frogger. The current's too strong, so Popeye can't handle it. In the same way that Donkey Kong set the precedent that when you fall off high platforms, you die, Popeye is once again just proving that you go into water if you're playing a video game and you die. Water bad. You can't handle it. That won't work. You got the jump on us again. I mean, he already has several problems. You know, he's a sailor man that has a speech impediment and possibly large tumors. So, I mean, if he can't swim, it makes sense. Take a look at the death animation too. When Popeye goes down, it's incredible. And he's missing one eye. Good point. I actually had no idea he could jump double platforms now. That Brutus. Alright, we gotta get down there. Awesome. Man. That's right. How's he going to swim with those stumpy legs? I have no idea. He still gets the girl, but it's olive oil. But you got to admit, compared to the girlfriend, or a beautiful girl, which is they called her in Donkey Kong originally, before she officially was called Pauline, I mean, you got to admit, look at the character compared to Olive Oil's character. It looks incredible. I actually first saw this game at someone's house because their parents were operators of an local arcade. But I was so young and never went to the arcade, but I still got to check out the arcade cabinets, and this is where I first saw Popeye. And at that point, any arcade games I had played, they looked mostly like Pac-Man or Frogger, and so when I saw this, I thought this was something special because it didn't look the same. It looked different. Oh, you better run, Brutus. We're coming now. You better run faster than that. No, go! Oh, he didn't go fast enough. We'll see if we can get him up here. That one just drops right down. Olive Oil isn't wasting time now. Ah, he did get us. I was right, next year, 1983. Dragon's Lair. So whenever you die and come back, that means you don't get the spinach again. Is it only one per level, or does it come after a certain time? You're just gonna have to come down here. There you go, Brutus. Alright, there's our last two. And we're on to stage 2. One per level. Yeah, so even if you die, it doesn't come back. Use it or lose it. Alright, this time we're going to go down, come up. Oh, we got materialize right out of the side. So cool. So there's a brief taste of what Popeye is like. So here on the show, since we played so many platformers, I actually still enjoy Popeye. I consider this one of the greats. I understand how some people in the chat may have said 4.5 stars. I'm still going to go 5. This one is a classic arcade game. I would consider this a staple. Needs to be in an arcade to have a true retro arcade game. Yeah, Curtis is still saying 4.5. And I understand. I already explained what we've seen so far and how this isn't like something brand new. We play everything here, but I'm still going to say, yeah, Golden 5 says chiptune. Very nice. Bardoman says 10. Yikes. Of all the games so far, you'd rate it even double? Fantastic. All right, with that, let's see what our next game is. We're now going to go to the Apple II and play Sands of Mars. Sands of Mars we've already seen on the Atari home computer in 1981. This one is like the other Crystalware games in a baggie. Most of them were found in baggies, and then we just have an example of a screenshot, so not too much here, but we do have the manual. As I said before on the Atari, we don't need any more men clad in spandex armor. I guess you do here in Sands of Mars. So this is by John and Patty Bell. Way to go, John and Patty. So this one has copyright 1981. It's possible that the Apple II was late 1981, but it was first on the Atari. Yes, right, start waxing. At least if we are playing as that guy. I don't know for sure. This one is a really complicated game. It has lots of different parts to it, and it's a larger game than most graphic adventure games. It has a few like role-playing elements to it. It's a lot of things mixed together, and it's very ambitious like Crystalware games. So here's a little bit of lore of the game. We're essentially going to be going down to the planet of Mars and exploring, but it has the flight simulation or the space exploration side of it too. We even have the history of Lemuria. I didn't ask for the history of Lemuria, but here's where you can get it because it's very lore heavy. Lots of fun. We're going to be exploring parts of the galaxy, mostly Mars though. This is also available on the TRS-80, but I don't think we're going to be showcasing that version. What we got is the Atari and the Apple II version. So we need the glossary. Oh gosh, see, they even go into so much detail, they have to have a glossary for us. Yikes. So after a slight detour on the bridge, you're now back in the spaceport, ready to equip your ship. And so the game begins where you're going to buy the supplies you need to continue on your quest. And so it actually breaks down a story version of buying the supplies. Then after that, you do the liftoff. The Admiral says we've got to test everything out, and this one requires the paddle control on your Apple II, as well as the 2 buttons on each side. Then you do the maiden voyage to Mars, and it shows you how to get there. When we last played this on the Atari home computer, we didn't even get to blast off because it is very, very complicated and difficult to do for a live show. So just remember, there's 2 parts to this game. There is that flight simulator or space exploration mode, but then after you actually land on Mars, then it switches to the top-down view like the other games by Crystalware, where you get to move around on the planet's surface on Mars and explore. And there is a mystery behind it. So really, really cool. You even have weapons, but it does like the other Crystalware games. It's all random. Very turn-based, and the combat is like rolling dice, basically. Yeah, so here we go. After that, oh yeah, it shows you after your maiden voyage to Mars what navigation's like, the weapons, the computer system, the cargo deck. So there's a lot more involved of how this game is played, and it takes longer to really dive into. It is most ambitious. Very much so. So here you go. After we touch down on the Mars atmosphere, there's two parameters you have to be concerned about: your angle of descent and your velocity. They have that here as well. And you also need to know how to change disk, because after you get to Mars, you have to flip it over on the other side. So after you disembark, here's the basic movement. Now you're going from a top-down view. Think Legend of Zelda, which doesn't exist yet, but think of the other ones by Crystalware we've seen. You move up and down, you can fire your laser, drop items, and now the game's playing almost like a open-world Berserk game. So that's also part of this game. Incredible. It shows you all the different areas of the map. Plus, the map's going to be scrolling around more freely than any other game we've seen so far. That's right, 2 discs to Mars. Oh, and they have all the enemies that you're going to be seeing on the planet's surface. We got a little bit of artwork. Man, what in the world is that? It's crazy. And then you have to do a lot to get back to Mars and win the sands of Mars. So there's varying degrees of accomplishment here. If you've read the legend, your mission is to find the Explorer 2 party, especially Dr. Grady. You've not been guided to Mars by the hands of fate just to check out the terrain. Your presence there may prove to be a very important prologue to Martian history, and find Mundra and Dr. Grady. So it's a rescue mission that we're going for. Good luck, Captain. If you were buying this game and playing this, you'd be referring to the manual quite a bit. Here we go. Let's pop it and play Sands of Mars. John and Patty Bell of Crystalware, the beginning of September 1982. I believe we're at September 10th, somewhere around that range. Dr. Grady, I presume. Exactly. We got the classic Apple II fade-in. I love it. So if you're a fan of exploration games or a video game that is different, something larger, something more like akin to Ultima, that's what this is. That's what we're about to dive into. All right, let's go ahead and do Maiden Voyage. I'm a little freaked out because it's a lot. I mean, look at this. We start off first by buying the supplies for the rescue mission. Go ahead and hit B. What do we need? Do you have to type in the first and last of food, and then how much food do we want? Let's go ahead and say 5 food. And keep buying supplies. I'm going to skip the rope and the grapple because we're not even going to make it to Mars. I'll go ahead and buy oxygen tanks, though. That's OS. And then how many of those do we want? Let's do 5 oxygen tanks. And then another one, let's go ahead and buy thermosuits. If we happen to make it to Mars, we might as well have some just in case. There's TS. And you have to buy all this, but we're spending this money using quintons. That's the currency here. So you can see we get 59,000 quintons to use to buy stuff. So go ahead and just buy everything. All right, so let's go ahead and do 5 thermosuits. And then a hydrolyzer, let's buy one of those. HR, and one of those. And buy one of those. So the problem when we played on the Atari home computer was you have to actually buy certain things and have enough of fuel, or buy enough fuel to have the ship take off, and we didn't. Let's see if we buy the correct things this time. All right, so now we want, how about salt tablets? I don't know what we'll need those for. I'll take 4 salt tablets. Why not? I don't know why. Why would we need a cat? I don't know. All right, so after that, let's go ahead and buy a Q3 light pack. QK. Oh, no, I don't want that one. I want the Gravitron. That's what I want. Yes, Gravitron. And I want 2 of those. Yes. That's it. So the Gravitron unlocks the fuel, if you saw on the bottom right. After you unlock that, I think we'll need an Astra Crystal. Doesn't it sound like it's dilithium crystal? So I think we'll need one of those. I didn't really read the manual in its entirety, or all the lore, so we're going to wing it. I'll take 1 Astra Crystal. Probably need one of those. Hydroponics. I don't know if we're going to need that one. Maybe if we get to the planet's surface, right? Let's do it. And one of those. And then you can also buy crew. Right now, I am the only crew. So we have no navigator, no explorer, or anything like that. Let's go ahead and buy a navigator. I'll take one of those. And do we need an explorer? I'll take one of those. So look at this preparation. This is a video game in 1982 where you're really taking the time to prepare, almost like a role-playing game. What are you going to carry, or what are you going to take with you? It's like we're at the shop in Dungeon Quest or something. Okay, so let's go 1 explorer. We'll take one of those. See, our crew is getting higher and higher. Let's say we got it. Now we just need the fuel. So let's go ahead and buy that. I'll do AL. So now we want 1 of those. Nice. And then see our cargo. We should have the fuel. Got it. Let's go buy more. I want to make sure we have enough fuel. Another one. Give me another one of those. And see our cargo. See, the fuel didn't go up. Even though I bought more, it didn't change. So I'll just say, let's try it out. Here goes the countdown. Are you sure you're ready to blast off? Yes, yes, we are. Maybe I should have brought the cat with me. You never know. All right, here we go. This is the main cockpit. And we already saw this on the Atari home computer. This is where they're going to have us test our systems out. Make sure you got your Apple II paddle controller plugged in. We got it. The flight simulation portion of this is pretty lackluster. So you have a cursor. It looks promising right now. But they're blending too many different genres in this game. They're trying too hard. Admirals requested a manual launch. Oh no, so we got a 0R control. So there's the controls. Paddle to move around. We have button 1 for retro rockets and the other one. Okay, so we have to 0 our paddles. Now, it looks like they're almost doing kind of a wireframe graphic on the top, but I don't think so. So here's what I'm doing. I'm bringing my paddle down. I got to 0 it out with the X and Y coordinates. Nice and easy. Did it. Stabilizer set, Captain. And now we got to test the retros. Here we go. You haven't enough fuel to take off? I thought we bought enough fuel. That was 2,000 pieces of fuel, and we've crashed. So we did the exact same thing we did on the Atari home computer. All that preparation, and then we crashed. No, it's almost like whenever we didn't buy enough food when we played a Calibet. All right, so do another game? No, we're not going to do another game this time, but just bear in mind, you have to purchase a certain amount, then fly the plane, and then you actually have to control it with paddles through space. Then after you control it, you land. You have to land it on Mars. Then once you land on Mars, then the game takes a totally different place. I love it. Someone says 5 stars. Yes. It was a terrible showcase of the Sands of Mars, but it's another title I'd like to get into. If this was September 1982, this would be something you'd want to invest your time in. Specifically, when you saw the price, this is a cheaper computer game for more bang for your buck. So I'm going to say of all the games you could play so far, this is the same as the Atari. I'm going to say 4 stars. It's an excellent game. It is pushing what video games can do, and I like that because they are things that work well. But I see it back in the chat. Yeah, Charlie's saying 3.5 stars. Yes, maybe it is. That's what it is, Marshall. That's why we didn't have enough. Or we didn't wax our chest enough. That's what the problem. Well, I guess we're going back to the arcades to play Popeye, right? Punk Rock saying 4 too. There's a lot to the game, and it's still an excellent title. All right, after that, what's next? That's right, you got to take my word for it. We're now on the Atari home computer. Let's play some Airstrike. Airstrike's our latest release. This one is looking more like we're holding a cassette case, and you'd be right. It also looks very different because this is a new publisher on the Atari home computer. Yes, we just saw this one in magazines. We'll need 16K. Can't be that bad, right? All right, so here we go. As far as the box, there's the ad you would have seen in magazines. Very, very difficult. The definitive, super fast, multi-skill shootout game from Atari. Superb arcade-type realism. We'll be the judge of that. $40 though. That's up there. There's the 5 1/4 floppy disk to play. An example of the screenshot. You know what we're doing now. Here's the manual for Airstrike. Your planet's at war with the planet Cyclone. And you volunteer for the most hazardous mission of the war so far. Your mission is a solo attack on the defensive fortress of Gemini, 40 kilometers south of the planet's capital state of Hinnon. We got almost as much lore as Caverns of Mars, but it's not even going to be the same. This will be your planet's last final act if you're not successful. There are numerous deadly enemy defenses you have to pass through. After each pass, you enter the next level, which possesses a unique color status appropriate for security grading. In other words, the color scheme is going to change. There's our loading instructions on the Atari home computer. It is a 1 or 2 player game. You take turns with the joystick. We're going to be doing a 1-player game. Gain points by destroying missiles, fuel, ammo dumps. This is another scramble variant. Mark it on the list of even more scramble games. And we just played a really good one, Sea Dragon, last episode. Will this one fare the same? The speed of your ship is controlled by how far the right your ship flies across the scanner. When you cross the mountain range and travel through the meteor shower, you'll encounter sliding airlocks. The only way to pass through these is to hit the yellow airlock in the center. Oh, so they have the barriers like they do in Scramble. Very nice. Yes. Yeah, we're going to see those games later on the Commodore 64. Right now, it's all about these home computers. C64 is just getting its footing. All right, let's pop in and play Airstrike. This is by Stephen Writing. First game we've seen on the English Software Company. It's September 10th, 1982, so we're in the United Kingdom. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 41st Scramble variant we played here on the show since Scramble. 41 games and counting. I love it. All right, so I'm just going to push start on our Atari home computer. Nice, we have the different options down below, probably different skill levels too, right? Yeah, there we go. So you can go through 4, 5, 6. This is me hitting the select button on our Atari computer. All right, let's go ahead and hit start on mode 1. Yes. How far can we slow down on the left side? All right, so I'm already seeing the one shot at a time. Less firepower than we had for Sea Dragon, but it's kind of unfair to say that because Sea Dragon was a freaking masterpiece. Make our way through this side. Make sure you gather up the fuel you need. Yeah, so it's like playing Scramble. Very well done. I don't have a bomb, though. There is only the firing to the right, and that's it. I feel like I should, though. Why is everything placed in a way... Oh, there's our checkpoint. We made it to checkpoint A. Very nice. Okay, so now I have no fire control. I'm just navigating through the asteroid field. Sweet. And I missed the dock. So there is the first gate. Let's go to the top this time. How fast can I go to the right? Oh, it does speed up. Let's see how far we can go to the right and just go blaze through it. Oh, you're pretty much not a smart plan. All right, let's pick a different level. Or I think it was just skill level then. Oh, there we go. Maybe we can try holding it down. Good advice. Let's see. Oh, the holding just does a rapid fire. So nothing there, and I'm trying... you move forward, though. The missiles are brutal. Yeah, still nothing there. I'm going to refer back to the manual just to see if there's something we missed for the gameplay. Skill level to begin. Gain points destroying enemy missiles, ammo, fuel dumps. As you progress the playing levels, points for these increase. You have a limited arsenal to gain extra missiles and bombs. You have to destroy ammo dumps, marked with an A. You're also carrying a limited amount of fuel. So the A is ammo dumps. If you pick those up, then you will have bombs. That's why we start with just the single shot. Very interesting. So it's not exactly like Scramble. You don't come equipped with the bombs. You have to gain or earn the bombs. Interesting. All right, so let's go and see if we can find some A ammo dumps to blow up. If we don't die. The control is really, really sensitive. It's not an extreme fault, but it compared to the other Scramble games we played, it is not top tier. We played ones that control a little bit better. And I'm surprised, too, because playing on the Atari VCS joystick, it feels usually really good. Yeah, this one feels like it's almost too quick, too sensitive. The other thing to consider is when we scroll the screen, when we want to move our ship faster, everything speeds up. It's not just our ship. Watch the missiles at the bottom. When I scroll the screen forward, all the missiles speed up, too. There's the ammo dump. We missed that one down there. Go ahead and pick up the fuel on this side. Oh, see, it didn't auto fire. It stopped for a sec. So the firing's a little inconsistent too. I'd still find enjoyment though. Playing Airstrike, it's not the best Scramble variant, but it still is all right. All right, let's go in again. Hit up the ammo dump. Now where's my bombs? I hit the ammo dump, so where's my bombs? I'm holding my button down, but I still am not getting anything. You can see there how touchy it is to move. And we got a little bit of hit detection there. I fired a shot and it went right through the missile. Same thing with the eggs going up and down. Yeah, so it's a little quirky. It's not as smooth or polished, but we're really spoiled here. Of all the Scramble games we played some really good ones. And so if you had an Atari home computer, I could still understand you enjoying this game if you enjoy a fun shooter. Chiptune's going less than par. If you think of all the scramble games, yeah, that's true. It is it's still around the average mark, but at this point, the look of it and playing a scramble game, I would give it higher marks than this, but it's because of the issues that it has, little ones we've seen. I couldn't believe that they'd resort to using the keyboard for the bombs, but yeah, I'm not able to fire the bombs down. That's right, Chiptune, it is. So I'm already seeing some votes out there. Charlie, yeah, at 3.5, if we can get the bombs to work, right? I'll look again. Where you at, bombs? The trigger to fire missiles and the space bar drops the bombs. So you do have to use... That doesn't make sense. Why would you want to have a game that is going to... You use the joystick and then you got to push the space bar on your keyboard? See, that's a little off. Yes, it does. All right, I'll give it a shot. Let's go to the armory down here. Ammo dump, got it. So how in the world would you play, though, with... You'd have to play with... I'm still not... Spacebar's still not... It's not doing it. Even with the first ammo dump, I didn't get the bombs. I find that really surprising. We gotta have bombs. I mean, look at this. The fuel down there, you can't reach it unless you have bombs. This ammo dump, I would have to bomb it. That's crazy. Okay, so they are counting our shots, because before I thought they turned off our shots for the asteroid field, but now I can shoot at the asteroid field. It's just because I ran out of ammo. Interesting. Oh, very interesting, Marshall. Yes, when we see that one, we'll have the same idea. So this one, the first time we've seen it have the joystick for one control and then the keyboard spacebar. Yeah. Yes, one critical control is on the keyboard. That's too funny, Curtis. Well, we didn't get too far, but like usual, scramble games, I enjoy these. I want to see what the next level is. I want to keep going further to the end. So even with the quirks, this is another one of those titles that you would want to, if you like this kind of game, you would want to overcome the quirks and continue to play the game. And I do. I would like to keep going. So Airstrike's still all right. I wouldn't call it a bad title. Despite those faults, you would work beyond them. We have played better scramble variants, side-scrolling shoot-em-ups on the home computer space, so I still got to say around all the games so far, I'm going to say average. This would be better if the bombs were there and if we had the problems fixed with hit detection and so forth, but yeah, I still got to say around average of all the games so far on home computers. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and you're able to move left and right to speed the screen up. When you do speed the screen up, everything speeds up, including the missiles. So slowing it down to the far left, it does the job. It slows down, but it just doesn't do very well. Punk Rock's going down to the bad range with 2 stars. That's true. Yes. And the spacebar, that it drives me crazy. Why would you do that? Very strange. All right, so besides that, oh, there we go. I'm seeing some less than par other video games. Very nice. Let's see what's next. Let's still play some more games on the Atari home computer. Here's Moon Patrol by Avalon Hill. Checking it out, starting with the box. Moon Patrol, arcade pack number 7. What is with the artwork? Avalon Hill usually has something quality. This looks like we're looking at a comic strip. Doesn't feel like it's a real Avalon Hill box. Why is that? And Moon Patrol is not to be confused with the IRIM Moon Patrol we saw in the arcade. This is a completely different game. How they got away with Moon Patrol, I don't know. You flip it over the back, it looks like most of the Avalon Hill boxes, where the ace pilot put thrusters on full, dodged beneath the enemy missiles, and fired another burst of descending alien. What is wrong with Avalon Hill? It's not making sense. Another alien succeeded in landing under the cover of Dogfight. I'm curious to know what in the world Moon Patrol is. Let's see what else we have besides the box. There's the ad for some other games by Avalon Hill. We've seen Legionnaire, Andromeda Conquest, Telengard, GFS Sorceress we have not, but we will. And then we just saw VC. Very nice.
Spanish, German,
Yes, not the Moon Patrol, it's a different one. All right, the manual will help clean this up. What Moon Patrol is going to be played? We only need 16K memory, You're the pilot of the Space Patrol ship assigned to patrol and protect a vital sector of the Earth's moon. Your patrol ship is equipped with the photon torpedo launchers and must shoot down the alien spacecraft that are trying to land on the moon. To play Moon Patrol, you have to have the joystick plugged in. Port number 1, first player will plug in, and then, so if you want to play with 2 people, you can, but you don't get to play at the same time. The patrol ship is equipped with 2 photon torpedo launchers. You launch a photon torpedo, press the red button. At the start of the game, you'll be resting on the landing pad, take off, and pull back on the controller joystick. Wait, what? Pull back on the joystick? Okay. And then it causes the ship to climb, and then it causes it to dive. So we're going to be, oh, there you go. They have an example of the controls. That's backwards then. Backwards controls. Very interesting. There's 3 types of alien spacecraft. On the first 5 missions, you encounter the green ones that travel horizontally, and later missions, you'll also encounter purple ones, and a third type of spacecraft are red. So the moon's terrain is uneven, so you got to be careful about not crashing. If the alien lands at a low spot, it'll be unable to hit them, so the alien will be able to get away. To complete Moon Patrol, you consist of 20 missions. 20 missions! To complete these missions, you'll be given 5 patrol ships or 5 lives. Each time you take off from the landing pad counts as 1 mission. After you've attacked a wave of invading aliens, another landing pad will appear. You must land on this pad or your patrol ship will run out of fuel and crash. You should be traveling at your slowest speed when you try to land. If your ship hits one of the mounds of soil at each end of the pad or the radar tower, it will crash. After landing, you can take off again immediately for another mission. The game ends after the 20th mission or after you've let 5 patrol ships be destroyed. 20 levels, though. That's pretty good. I like that. And that also means, does that mean it continues where you left off, or you still have to go within the 5 lives? I think you would start over at the beginning. So here's an example of the red alien and blue or green alien. During the missions, the aliens destroyed counts as points. Oh, they're telling us what the point values are. Very nice. You can use the different options. We got 4 options on our Atari home computer. Option 1, the alien ships don't shoot back. 2, they shoot back as they're coming down for a landing. 3, they shoot back only if they land. So you're controlling the option of how difficult the alien ships fire. And then ground force is nice. So this was, the manual split showing the graphic display, what we look like at a landing pad. If 2 people want to play, you can. But you take turns. You alternate missions. Okay, so after you land on the pad, the other player gets to take over. Nice. So you're not at the screen at the same time, but you're still going to be enjoying yourself. Yeah, I like the mounds of soil too. All right, there's our loading instructions. We'll pretend we know how to load this. Let's pop in and play Moon Patrol, but not the one you think. This is by Bill Hood, published by Avalon Hill in September 10th, 1982. All right, so we can change the options up. I'm going to start with option number 1 and push start. Push start. I'm pushing start. Nothing's happening. I'm pushing a button. I'm pushing my red button, and nothing's happening. I know I have it plugged in. Nothing's happening. It said to pull the stick back. Oh my gosh. So the game didn't begin. The game was already in. Wow. All right. So first of all, I have to go backwards to move my ship up and down. So if I want to go up, I actually have to go down. So they're pretending like we're piloting a spaceship, but it's on the side view. Why would you do that? It needs to be, right now, if I go up on the joystick, the ship should go up. If I go down on the joystick, the ship should go down. It is not doing that. Firepower, though. Hey, nice. We got double shots. Okay, so we can fire twice. We got a nice scroll effect. Stars are very impressive. For an Avalon Hill arcade game, the presentation is actually okay. It's above average for an Avalon Hill game. As far as other side-scrolling shooters, though, it's pretty simple. It does gonna offer us the ability to land on a pad, but the controls, though, feel strange to have the backwards controls for a shoot-'em-up like this. The backwards joystick controls work great if it's a space combat game from a first-person perspective. Yeah, and look at this. We are smooth scrolling. Okay, where's our landing pad? Oh, here it is. Nope, nope, nope. That was our landing. So you have to slow down, and remember the controls are backwards. You have to slowly... How would you do that? That'd be so tricky to do. Yeah, left and right makes you move the ship slow or fast, so that's your speed adjustment. All right, so because of the landing, it's still around. Why is Avalon Hill doing this? They know how much video games the industry is going to make money, and so they're releasing arcade games because they're originally a board game company. we were getting mostly strategy games from. So now they're releasing games like this, and they just don't do as well. This one still doesn't do as well as other titles. The controls, though, is what feels so strange. And also, yeah, it's scrolling to the left. Can we talk about that? This is not the very first Avalon Hill game to do this. The scrolling shooters we saw on the left was in 1980, and there was a couple others for Avalon Hill that did that. They all scrolled to the left. Not all of them, but there's just a few of them. So it's before the norm. All right, come on, we can do this. Nice and easy. The control is so finicky, and it's just bizarre flying it backwards. You have to slow all the way down like this, and then expect to be on the landing platform. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go full regalia, as hard as we can, scroll as fast as we can. Screw the aliens. I want to see if we can land on the pad. Because every time you die, you go back to the landing pad in the beginning. It's brutal. All right, let's see if we can get past all of them. I wonder if it's basing it on how many aliens you shoot. And if you don't shoot enough, then you don't get a landing pad, but you go back to the beginning. All right, this is your captain speaking. We're approaching our descent now. Please hold onto your seats and your butts, because we're about to crash. That's true. This is auto-scroll. When you move the joystick to the right, it's very, very slowly scrolling. But it's still auto-scrolling. You have to move ever forward to the left. There is still something about these games, though, that makes me want to play longer. If I know there's 20 missions, I would spend the time and want to check this out. But because of the reverse controls, it would take something to change your brain or mind frame to play. All right, here we go. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I thought we were going for the landing. All right, this is it. Nice and easy. Come on, where are you? There you are. Here you go. All right, come on. Gosh, wow. It's so hard. Oh, that's a great idea, Hunter. Flip the controller backwards and then play it. All right, so there you go. Avalon Hill trying again to do an arcade game. Not really hitting all the marks exactly where they're supposed to be. Controls are backwards, and at this point, it's not well established, but you want to go left to right to shoot, not right to left. It's those mounds of soil. Yeah, I'm with you on that. But for all the games you can play right now on a home computer, I still got to say, it's still around the average range. You would learn and fix yourself to make the controls work. Yeah, Manly's actually saying 2.5 as well. Yeah. Yeah, their belts better be fastened too. So I'm going to say the same. This is a subpar title, still around the average range, but I say 2.5 stars. Moon Patrol. Man, there's so many shooters, though. There's so many scrolling shooters and better options to play, so you have to say it's 2.5 stars. That's right, it's not Airplane 2. Bardo Man's going even down lower with 2 stars. Charlie's saying 2.5 as well. All right. So, that concludes our video game playing this evening. Hit pause, hit the break key, tune in next episode for the very first Robin Hood video game, and we're going to be cruising through September 1982, playing more Atari, playing more Apple II home computer games. That's it for today, and like I always say, I am what I am. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are perpetually retro, and we will catch you next time.